Today's a disaster! Hello everyone! Thank you so much for joining me for another video. Today we are doing a kind of first impressions video, new makeup video, you know. I'm gonna let you know in advance about the first, until I finish the eyes, it's going to be voiceover because I forgot to turn on my microphone because I'm a disaster. But it's fine. Disaster's nothing new on this channel, so yeah. We have a lot to talk about today. We are going to be testing the Child palette from Colourpop, the empty box, but I have all the colors, the Too Faced Melted Matte, what is this called? Christmas Snuggles, and Melted Kisses liquid lip set, the Ordinary Serum Foundation, the Breakup Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Eyeliner, the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer in this little mini, it comes in a set, the Essence Mascara set. If you're new here, please subscribe. I do 3 videos a week. I would love to see you stick around. Makeup, vlogs, favorite stuff, Mando videos, you know, all that sort of jazz. Please, I would love to see you stick around, and we're gonna go ahead and get into it.
So here's the deal, y'all. I didn't have my mic on for 15 minutes, which I explain when I finally do turn my mic on. But at this point in the video, we're talking about how absolutely adorable this palette is. So I apologize, you're going to have to see my lips not match up with what I'm saying because I am doing a voiceover, obviously. Hopefully I've cut out enough so that it's not absolutely obnoxious. I'm just showing you the shades, and I have worn a lot of these. I'm telling you that the shade called The Force is a pressed glitter, but it is better. They have definitely improved this formula that I notoriously hate. I'm going to insert a picture of swatches. So we're starting off this look today with the shade Baby Face. It's this light mint green in the middle. Once that's all in the crease, we are adding the shade Little Frog. This shade is mostly matte, but it does have a little bit of sparkle in it. It is a nice olive green to go right under the crease, to go right under the mint. Then on the outer corner, I am going to be using the dark green shade called Float Your Crib. This is the darkest green in the palette. The other dark shade we have is a dark brown, which I wore yesterday. I think it applies very nicely, very smooth, buttery shades. I then blended that all together, and then on the lid used the shade Right Hand Mando. This looks silver in the palette, but a thing I bring up is that every shade except for the 2 brown matte shades are green, so this is a shimmery light green. I apply it with my finger and then blend it all together. I think this shade looks absolutely beautiful. This look looks beautiful. There is a bit of fallout, but never something that I really freak out about. So overall, really like the look. I then added the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof liquid liner, and I do like this. This is a new purchase for me because we're doing new makeup. And then the last thing I do bring up before I turn on my mic finally in this video is I'm using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer today. This is nothing new in the makeup world, but it is new to me. I had never tried it. Absolutely love e.l.f. primers. It's the only primers I actually own. I used the Luminous yesterday. I find it similar to the Becca, I think, Backlight Primer. I honestly can't remember what it's called.
Today we're using the Ordinary foundation. It reminded me of the L'Oreal. I just want to put it right on my face because it is liquefied. It applies better with a brush. This shade is pretty good for me. It looks really yellow before I apply it, but it's nice and neutral. Yo, I literally don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, disaster, disaster, disaster. So focused on the battery, I wasn't focused on the freaking mic. Alright, now I'm gonna do what I always do and further blend it with my blending egg. So yeah, I feel like it gives the similar coverage to the L'Oreal. It is even lighter than that, it's more liquidy, but shade range is trash. So this is the 4th shade in. I'm not the palest person on the planet, but I'm also not the darkest, so that's not okay. 20 shades and I'm the 4th shade in, like who are you catering to? Not good. It's affordable, but hopefully they expand their shade range. And then this isn't new, but I'm using the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate. So I ran out of the Too Faced Born This Way, and this shade is so light. Right, and then I use a brush to get around the inners. The inners, you know what I'm talking about. In this area you can reach. I'm gonna try the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, the hydrating one. But I'm using up all this stuff. Again, nothing else new. Beauty Bakery Flour Powder. I'm not the biggest fan of this powder, but it's what I have. I want to get the number 7 powder for under eyes because I prefer a pressed powder. But this is what we have. This is what we will use. A lot of e.l.f. today. Using my e.l.f. pointed powder brush. We're gonna go back to this palette, which y'all didn't hear me say anything about. So, this super cute palette, by the way, I am going to do a voiceover so that you when you're like, what's going on? You heard me speak, but my mic was off, so you didn't hear me speak. So, but this is the palette again, and we're going to go under the eyes now. I'm going to use the shade Little Frog, which is right here. There's a little frog by it too, that's extra cute. And I'm going to take this Eco Tools brush. And we're just going to put it under the eye. Now, I'm going to do in the corner. I'm pretty sure this is going to be kind of glittery, but I'm going to do it on a brush anyway. This is Precious Cargill. A little Irish accent for you. It is... It's not. It's just a little shimmery. It feels super buttery. It is, again, a green. A very light shimmery green. This whole palette, except for this matte beige and this matte dark brown, are green. So, if you don't do green eyeshadow, this probably isn't the palette for you. And because I always look dead, here is the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Highlight under eye. A little white. Wake me up. Wake me up. You can see me? I don't know. Nothing new. I'm just going to keep it simple. And I'm going to use the face palette's Too Faced Natural Face to do all of my Face Steps, Sunny Honey for bronzer, Pink Sand for blush, and the golder one of the two, which I believe is Satin Sheets is the gold. I have a couple new mascaras. I bought this one at Rite Aid. It's the Wet n Wild Mega Length. It sucks, just so you know. Teaser. And then I bought this set from Essence, so it has all the Lash Princesses in. Yesterday, I don't want to open too many, but yesterday I opened the orange one, which is supposed to be the volumizing one. Not really a fan. I'm going to try it with the Essence Lash Primer. This is the volume mascara. The green one, I love this one. This is just false lash effect. I'm going to try the false lash effect waterproof. I know, you know, it's kind of the same thing, but it's the one that I'm going to open, so then I'm going to have 3 open mascaras. So I'm not going to open the other 2 for now, just keep them kind of for later. I like this brush a lot better. The other brush is a hourglass kind of shape, which is like real, but it's like weirdly hourglass. This is a straight brush. I like one that's kind of just straight on. It is very, very, very smudgy. I can tell you that. You've disappointed me, Essence. That's fine. And I have a lot of new lip stuff. I bought 2 of the e.l.f. Sheer Slick because this one broke, so it's a cider, so it's my replacement. Then I also bought the shade Sugar Plum. It is a very deep berry color. So, not going to be using those today though. My beloved Too Faced liquid lipsticks. So as I already mentioned, Sugar Cookie I'm going to get rid of because I already have it from 2 years ago. But the other shades, we have Hot Toddy, which I haven't worn it yet. I don't know what a Hot Toddy is. It smells delightful. This smells cinnamony. I wore Caramel Apple yesterday. And Candy Cane. Good red. Always makes me nervous. So, Hot Toddy and what is the other one called? Caramel Apple are very similar. Caramel Apple is the one in the middle. Hot Toddy is this one on the bottom. And Candy Cane, yeah, is the red. So, yeah, I'm looking. It's very difficult on a swatch to tell the difference, I'm going to be honest. One is a little bit more red, which Caramel Apple is a little redder, whereas this one's a little more mauve. It looks more like kind of this shade at the top of the lid. More like this. I mean, it's one thing. But, I mean, the shades are very similar. This is just warmer. So I'm going to use this one today. I used the other one yesterday. And I love the Too Faced Melted Mattes. Too Faced Melted Mattes are very good to overline lips with because they work as both a lipstick and a lip liner. I mean, I didn't overline my lips really that significantly. I kind of just put a little bit more on the bottom, and I unintentionally went over my Cupid's bow, which a lot of people are doing. But yeah, so that's that. This is, well, look, let me turn my mirror off and come give you my thoughts. So yeah, this is the final look. We got noise going outside as usual. I'm gonna speed through the new things that I have and whether or not what my final thoughts are on them. So, amazing. I'm very impressed. Colourpop's back on my love list. I was so disappointed before. I've used every shade in this palette so far between yesterday and today, and I love it. Sorry that I'm gonna have to do voiceover and you can't actually hear me speak, but I do love this. I think it's super cute. If you love The Mandalorian and The Child, pick this up. Next thing I was new was the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Liquid Liner. I think this is really worth it. It's super affordable. I think it's like $5 to $6. It's good black liquid liner. I miss the NYX one sorely, but it always ends up having a leaking issue, so hopefully this doesn't have that, and then maybe this is kind of a good replacement. The only complaint I have is that the brush is a little flimsy, so just keep that in mind. Wish the brush was a little bit better, and it is a brush tip, so if you don't like brush tips, this is a brush tip, don't get it. The next thing was the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I'll let you know how I feel about this maybe in a vlog or something, but it's not my favorite. The Luminous is alright. I think I have products I love better. I like the e.l.f. Glow Oil, the Retro Paradise Glow, the primer oil. I like that much better. I also like the Jelly Pop primer. Yeah, almost all of my primers are from e.l.f. So these are not the top e.l.f. primer I have, but I know it is supposed to be a dupe for the Tasha primer. I've never used it, so I wouldn't know. The Ordinary Foundation. I really like this on my skin. I think it's super lightweight. I think it looks very beautiful. It looks very skin-like. Look, you guys got to fix this shade range. I mean, this is very affordable. It's $6.90, so it should be available and affordable for everybody. So I should not be the fourth shade in if there's only 20 shades. You know, if there's 50 shades, then yeah, I can be the fourth shade in, but not with 20, so fix that. The mascara. So this is mascara set. I haven't used the purple, so I cannot tell you how I feel about that. I love the mint. If you like all of these, maybe pick them up. It's $15. So far, I don't like this one, and this one needs to dry out a little bit because it was wet as hell and it got everywhere. The look is great. It looks good on my lashes, but it was a mess to put on. And this is a waterproof mascara, so why is this big of a mess? I don't know. So off the bat, don't like 2 of the 4 mascaras. I only know I like one of them. It's $15, so, you know, if you know you don't like them, or if you know you do like all of these mascaras, or at least like 3 of them, I'd pick it up. But it's only a $19 value, I think, so if you already don't like one of these mascaras, don't pick up the set. You'd have to like all 4 to really think this is a good value. And then the last thing is my Too Faced lip set. Still trying. I haven't used Candy Cane on lips yet. I love both these shades. I always think the Too Faced sets are worth it. My complaint is that Sugar Cookie is a repeat shade from 2 years ago, and as somebody who always gets them, I still have it. And it wasn't my favorite shade from that set, so yeah, I wish they would bring maybe Hot Buttered Rum back. I would have liked that, but it was a similar shade to these two, so I can see why not. I don't mind that these shades are similar. I think these are all very good shades for the fall and winter. I mean, the pale pink, the Sugar Cookie is a good shade. They all smell delightful, you know, good old Too Faced is on that for scents. So, if I had to pick a favorite from this, it's going to be my little Baby Yoda, the Child palette. Absolutely love it. I would say pick it up. And, well, I think it's going to be restocked because I think it's out of stock, so sorry in advance. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe. I would love to see you back again. I do 3 videos a week, Tuesday, Friday, Sunday. Speaking of The Child, we do Mandalorian videos every Friday on this channel. They go up around 6 o'clock. Tuesdays and Sundays, those videos go up at 10:45. What time did I put them up? I think 10:45 a.m. Other than that, I will see you in my next one. Bye.